Hey there, winos. This is Vince.WINE. Okay, we are in a little bit of a new setting here. If you caught my The Return of Vince.WINE video, then you know that I moved, so we're gonna deal with this. YouTube is a visual medium, so I know it has to look right. You winos, let me know if this works out for you. All right, today I have Daou Rosé, and the reason why the bottle is not in front of me is because I want to approach this as a blind tasting. See, Daou says that they are inspired by Provence and that their wine is true to that French Provence style. So today I want to put that to the test. One of these wines is actually a Provence Rosé from the Bandol region. It's one of my personal favorite regions. So I want to see, will I have trouble telling these wines apart? Is the Daou gonna stand out as completely different from the Bandol Rosé, or in a blind tasting, are they gonna be pretty similar? I'm really excited to find out how close they get and how true they actually are on today's Wine Lab. Hey, thanks for joining me. And before we get started today, if you want to be a winoceros, hit subscribe on this channel to become a wino today. I put out new videos very sporadically, so make sure you hit the bell icon to be notified for more great wine content. Ooh, and let me know in the comments, what is your favorite rosé? It is summertime, which means rosé is definitely on the menu for this hot weather, so I definitely will take your recommendations on your favorite rosé. Let me know in the comments. I might even review it. Okay, I'm really excited for this. I'm just gonna start with the wine on the left that has this little thingy on it so that we could distinguish them. So my manager poured these for me, and I really tried not to look at the bottles at all so that I wouldn't immediately try to make a judgment based on color. All right, so wine number one here is certainly a very coppery wine. This is like in the copper to peach tones. Now, rosé can typically be in one of two tones. Usually it's that pink, sometimes neon pink, sometimes hot pink, sometimes salmony pink, and sometimes it's this sort of peachy, sort of coppery, orange tones. And that's just depending on the winemaker. Both French wines and New World wines can be either or. This one in the orange and peach. Okay, let's take the nose. Okay, so right away, one of the first things that hits me on this wine is actually minerality. So it does have this sort of wet stone, that sort of salty river rock. And then I am getting these very peachy things from this as well. So the color does sort of inform that flavor a little bit. A little bit of nectarine in here and a hint of cantaloupe in here as well. So you can see these sort of orange themed fruits happening in the glass. A little rind in there as well. Let's go ahead and get this on the palate. Okay, that is really, really good. It is quite soft on the palate, so it's got this really almost oily texture, except for that sort of salty and crisp minerality on the finish. Okay, one more thing that I am getting on this wine is a little bit of savoriness. It sort of is coming off like prosciutto, and that's one of the reasons why one of my favorite pairings with rosé is actually prosciutto wrapped cantaloupe. Am I saying that right? Yeah, prosciutto wrapped cantaloupe with a little bit of goat cheese in the middle of that. It's so delicious, and with rosé, you're gonna be happy with that pairing all day. This one in particular, since it already has that sort of prosciutto flavor, I know that kind of seems weird for a wine. It's still fruity and refreshing, and for that reason, I am gonna land on this being French in style. I do believe our little dingling wine here is our French Bandol Rosé, but I haven't tasted the other wine yet, so let me go ahead and take a look. And if this is the Daou, I'm gonna be really impressed. Okay, so wine number two here is in that same color range. You can see that sort of orange, kind of coppery tones that are in here, but it's a little deeper, right? This is a little bit more concentrated in color here. Let's go ahead and take the nose here. Okay, yeah, right away, this is super fresh. Yeah, the first thing that I'm getting here is fruit. This is all about these sort of raspberries. It's really bright. I'm getting a little more berry here, so a little bit more like strawberry, cherry, raspberry. Yeah, I'm not pulling out as much citrus, and I do detect just the slightest influence from oak as well. So I feel like I'm getting a little bit of almost like peaches and cream. Nectarine in here, again, that's sort of coming out now. And now I might be reaching for, but maybe a little cantaloupe in there too. Certainly nothing minerally on the nose here. Oh, that's a lie. I'm getting a little, just a kiss of river rock, but certainly not as much as the last one. Yeah, this is peaches and raspberries for sure. Really, really fresh. Okay, let's take the palate. Oh, that's so good. Okay, this wine is refreshing. It is a picnic basket of all the fresh fruits that I just described. Peaches, cantaloupes, nectarines, with a little side jar of cream there as well. I'm definitely thinking this is gonna be our Daou. It just finishes in fruit. It has certainly got a really nice long finish too of fruit. Really lovely and much weightier on the palate. Okay, so there are the differences, and that's the whole reason why I wanted to do this, is just the difference between New World and Old World Rosé, and of course to see how does Daou really stand up. Now, if our ding-a-ling wine here was the Daou, that is the most French wine I've ever tasted, and I'm gonna be super impressed with Daou. If it was the fruity one, which I'm thinking it is, it's really super delicious. I would easily pick this up. How much was it? I'll put the price right here. If that price is 25 and under, we've got a really good wine. If it's 25 and over, I've had better. All right, my manager just put these here, and sure enough, I had them dead to rights. Okay, by the way, I've been saying ding-a-ling a lot. I just want to make sure you know that I'm talking about this little thing. I wasn't sure if that was like visible on camera, and I didn't want this to get weird. Okay, so yeah, ding-a-ling wine was our Bandol. Okay, so in case you were interested in that flavor profile, this is our Bandol region wine, Le Pont 2020 Rosé. This region definitely continues to be one of my most favorite rosés. It's just a proper dry rosé. This is something I want with food. This is just an easy sipper. This is a great meal wine as well. Okay, and our second wine was our Daou Rosé. Check out this really gorgeous bottle. I really love that. You've got Daou in pink there on the white capsule just to show that it's a rosé. Really gorgeous on the bottle there, that sort of white design they have there. And you can see the Daou bell up there, Rosé Paso Robles, and just a really gorgeous bottle shape as well. I really love how it looks in there. And this is also a 2020 vintage. Now, if you liked this flavor profile, I don't blame you at all. It was super fruity, a fruit basket, very fragrant. It was a lovely wine. I will certainly enjoy this, but I may not want this so much with food. I can certainly see this by the pool on a hot summer day though. Just sipping, it'll be such a nice refresher. So one's more like a brunch wine, the other one's more like an afternoon by the pool wine. Well, there you have it, winos. Be sure to check in on my next video because I'm going to review a wine that has been giving me problems. I'm seeing this wine everywhere right now, and I don't get why. I'm gonna review it on a new segment that we call Let's Get Petty. Just kidding, it's not a new segment. I'm not gonna do that. But I am gonna review that wine, and it is bothering me. Just not a new segment. Anyways, if you enjoyed what you saw here today, please leave me a like. That helps so much. Don't forget to share this video with your wine friends. And until next time, winos, drink safe and drink well. Cheers. French ding-a-ling.